Welcome back, Degenerates. We've had such a beautiful, beautiful November. We are like 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. It's crazy. Time is flying by. But I'm sitting in front of two really wonderful entrepreneurs, Latinas. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all's introduction because I'm not gonna be able to do it justice. But the founders of Cuídate clothing brand, which we're gonna talk about, and you guys should totally 100% check it out. We're rocking the brand today, so it's all about y'all today. Yes. So we're here in our studio. Before we get to the nitty gritty and our shit talking and our usual day-to-day craziness, we hope that you guys have liked all the videos that we've been posting. Top 50 tacos in Texas. We talked to Jose Ralat. We talked to Miguel Cobos at Vaquero Taquero here in Austin. Go check out that episode. We've also talked to Suzette Reynoso and her Tot Box business in Round Rock, Texas. So please go check out that if you want to hear a really compelling story of a Latina entrepreneur that's killing it over there. But in the meantime, we're here with Cuídate. How you guys doing?
Hi. We're good, thank you.
We've been trying to make this happen for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Almost a month. Yeah. Almost since the Bonita Project mixer. That's how we met.
I know. Yeah. Literally, yeah.
Which is a little over a month probably, I think, right?
Yeah, it was the 3rd, October 3rd. So, oh my gosh, it's been...
Over a month.
Over a month.
It's been crazy.
Yeah. Crazy work. Just
I know. And you guys were like one of the like last people that I talked to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like...
And we told you too, like when we go to events together, we force ourselves to separate and go find other people, because if not, we'll just like always stay together. And then
I was nervous for that mixer.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bonita Project, New York agency. I was nervous because I knew in advance that it was going to be like primarily makeup and a lot of women, this and that. And not that I was nervous about the women, but I was just nervous like they're going to all be talking about the same kind of stuff, trying to network in their own way. And I don't know what I bring to the table. So it's actually been like really fun to watch everything that has happened because of that mixer. So it was really good. Shout out to the Bonita Project.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We met one of our really good friends too. His name is Jack there. And we met you too. We met a few other girls too that are going to model as well, like for Cuídate.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, it was
We have some plans together for your brand also, which are really exciting, which we'll get to eventually. You guys will see it. Don't worry. I'll put it everywhere. Yeah, we went out drinking. We've broken bread together. Yeah. The proverbial bread. Tell everybody, because I already know you guys' story. So tell everybody what Cuídate is.
Do I ever look in the camera?
You can if you want to, but you can just talk to me.
I'd rather do it more natural, I guess. Okay. Well, Cuídate, like Juan said, we were founded by two sisters. We're first generations here, and it's dedicated to our Abuelita. She was back in Mexico, and we never really saw her throughout our lives, just a few times because she wasn't able to come visit the United States. So she would always end the phone call with Cuídate, which impacted us because I felt like she meant it from a way deeper meaning since we're first generation here. Like her whole family, like all her kids moved to the United States, and then her grandkids, were born over here. So I felt like she meant it from a way deeper meaning, like take care of yourself over there. So yeah, we just made a brand. Cynthia actually had a previous clothing brand, so this is how we got into clothing. But I think it's just our way to spread the awareness of taking care of yourself and just representing like proudly that we're first generation. I think one thing we're going to talk about later too is the struggles of like being here and like not having a mentor necessarily is like where we've been at. And but yeah, so we're just proudly representing what the word Cuídate means, and which means take care in English. And I think everyone has their own unique way of taking care of themselves.
That grandma bit is like, that's strong.
Yeah.
Because like both my grandmas, they never said Cuídate, but like I had one grandma that every single time I would leave, like she had to like grab me and like me persinaba and like would start praying to like all these all the saints, like the saint of travel and the saint of like your good luck and the saint of this, everything. She started praying. She started talking about everybody, and I was like, okay, I gotta wait. You know what I mean? I gotta wait till this is done because this is like rite of passage kind of shit. And I was never religious, even as a teenager. Like I was never religious. My parents let us not be religious, which is kind of a big deal in the Mexican community. We can talk about. I think maybe we can get into what it means to be first generation Mexican specifically, and what happens traditionally. And I've got a lot of examples of how it wasn't necessarily as traditional for me. But that's one of them. Like if we didn't want to be religious, they didn't let us. Both my parents were college educated. My dad was about to be a doctor in Monterrey. My mom had her bachelor's degree in communications. So they're just like highly educated people. And, but I would still like sit there and like my grandma would be going for it, and my other grandma would just like cooked really well. So anytime grandma would say anything, we were just like, we have to listen, we have to pay attention. So and they're both now dead, so we have like a very, 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 very fond, strong memory in our family of our grandmothers, and like your brand symbolizing that is kind of warm for me. It's very like kind of like weirdly therapeutic in a way, which I don't know if that's what you intended, but that's I think because of the association, and maybe also because whenever we talked, you talked about your grandmother, and So now in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's what I associated with. So I kind of feel a little bit of the like warmth in general of like Abuelita there. You know what I mean?
And it's also like that's what our clothing is supposed to represent, is like a hug from a loved one that's like far away or maybe has passed already.
Is that your motto? Is that the motto?
Yeah, it represents a warm hug, Okay. And we specialize in crew neck, so we're happy it's like crew neck season.
Because it really does it.
Shout out. So y'all gotta go buy stuff. If y'all like this, look. Where's my...
Keeps you warm.
If you like it, go. Where can we get it before we keep going? Online?
Yeah, online.
Instagram.
www.cuidateatx.com.
Yeah. Damn, and Austin repping. See, if you're in Austin and you're Hispanic and Latino and you're struggling to find more community, right here, there you go. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's really awesome, like how you said that your grandma would. Persinar you too and stuff like that, because it's so crazy. Our grandma did it too the very few times we went as well, but like even now it's crazy how much you miss that, even with not being too religious. You just miss that, from her.
I miss her.
So, and her,
it was mostly her, because even whenever I was in my like early 20s, I was able to be around her with my thoughts about the world a lot more mature. And like, I knew my place in the world a little bit better. So I knew even when she was doing certain things, that like customs, I like knew like these are like gestures and mannerisms that are coming from a very like long line of a belief system and community and this and that. So I just let it happen. It wasn't like I was like pushing against her ever, but because this was the way that I knew she loved people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what she knew.
So it wasn't even, it had nothing to do with like my views or my stances on Catholicism, because we grew up Catholic, or religion in general, but it was more so a like a powerful moment where I knew like this is how this woman likes to love people. So the fact that like she's sitting me down and choosing to like love on me like that, it was like super, super great in those moments. You know what I mean? Whereas like if some random dude was like, I want to, or if a Jehovah's Witness was like knocking, I'd be like, I'm not showing the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Like, don't open the door for the fucking the Jehovah's Witnesses. If you like that video, please make sure you like and subscribe. We're on every social media platform. It really helps out in the algorithm if you do that. And it also helps us make better content for you in the future. We are 100% self-funded, and we have so many ideas that we want to get out to you guys, but we won't be able to do it without you. So please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We really, really, really appreciate it. Until next time, see you around.